Good morning. How the devil are you? How's your day been so far? How's your weekend been so far? Did you watch the game? Well, you know what time it is. It's 9:30. It's Sunday morning. So it's time for the famous Foxes Aftermath Show. Run by the fans, for the fans. Your opinion matters. So you know what? Get them comments in. Come on, let's get going. Come on, you
Welcome
Foxes.
to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, lads and lasses. I hope you're well. I hope you're good. I hope you got your tea ready. How's your weekend been? How has your weekend been? Let's see how everyone is so far. Morning, Gray. How are you? Leicester City LCFC supporter. What's up? Matthew Bond. Morning. How are you, pal? Yes, I'm good, everyone. I hope you're well. Carmen. Hi. Yes, I'm fine. Craig, are you good? Gareth. Morning, Jamie. What do you think to the Madison's rumour going Spurs? I bloody hope not. We don't want to lose anybody else, do we? We haven't lost anybody. No one's coming as normal. Casey, Daniel, signed anyone? No, absolutely nobody. Wayne, morning. Mike, morning. Andy, morning. Very hot. Yes, it is very hot. If you think it's hot there for 2 days of the year, you want to come and live and work here. It is absolutely roasting here. So you 2 days of a heat wave there. Well, hi Jamie. Heard rumours about Pepe. There's lots of stupid rumours going about Madison. Maddis is going nowhere. Leicester fan heard rumours about Pepe. I don't know, 70 million and then it's down to 15 million, I think. It's so hot, I'm hiding. This is not the weather report. This is about nobody's coming, unfortunately. Very true. I don't think anybody is coming. We're going to bring in 2 guests this morning. 2 guests that don't like the heat between them. Neither of them like the sun. Jono, morning, Jono. How are you? Can't heat. Oh, you want? Hold on, Jono. You mute. Go on then.
I'm fine now. I'm not bad yourself.
Oh, good. I can't complain. And let's bring the other one in that doesn't like the heat. Young Reedy. How are you, Reedy?
I'm good. How are you?
None of you like the heat. I don't understand it. It's weird. The sun is lovely. The sun is absolutely fantastic.
No, it's not. I wish it was December.
Yeah, I wish it was snowing right now.
You'd still be sweating in December, Jono. You would, pal.
Yes, I would.
Right then, Jono. Did you watch any of the game yesterday? And what were your opinions? Not so much the tactics, but the players' performance. What do you think? And how do you think it went?
I think a few players really impressed me. Pratt being one. I thought his effort, his effort was really good. He put really doesn't disagree with me, but I don't care. I thought his effort was amazing. He made a few great passes. I thought he was trying to cement himself back into the team. Dewsbury Hall really impressed me.
Just what about Everson? Start from the keeper because he's had rave reviews. Casey's just said Everson. 2 games he's played now, or 2 halves he's played, and he looks dodgy as God knows what, doesn't he? He's meant to be the next best thing since sliced bread. So, well, what do you think to Everson?
I mean, from corners, at least he comes out and try and clears the ball by punching or holding the ball. But apart from that, he's just there. I don't think he's in.
He didn't really have a lot to do yesterday, did he, Reedy Everson? Or apart from pick the ball out the net twice. What do you think? Is he the next best keeper we've got, or do we need another keeper because Danny Ward's injured?
In the office, I did say that I'd give him a chance. And yes, it's been pre-season and we've conceded, 3 in one and
2 in another.
2 in another. Don't get me wrong, he's done well. He's got the ball out of the box from set pieces and whatnot. But I don't know. For me, was it bad defending? Was it bad goalkeeping? I don't know to concede all them goals, but He's young. I'd give him a chance, but again, you won't. I don't think you'd get in front of Schmeichel either way. So I think he would need to either go out on loan or keep him to the second keep at the moment.
Controversial comment here, but for you two anyway. On his day, Pratt is better than Tielemans. Ooh, Reedy. Jono, what do you think to that? Jono, you go first. Is Pratt on his day better than Tielemans? And do you think Sean Coulpin should have bribed him a bit more than a €5 note than what he tried to do last night?
To be honest, a fan could come on and be better than Tielemans at this rate because his attitude is awful. And last season, he didn't put many good performances in. But if you put Tielemans at his best and Pratt at its best, I'll have to say Tielemans. But that doesn't mean to say that Pratt can't improve to be that good. Because I saw some really good inklings of a really good player from yesterday.
Yeah. Patrick said friendlies used to get the rustiness out of him, out of the players as well. Friendlies never really mean much, do they? Really, results and that. It's not about the results; it's about fitness, isn't it? More than anything. Even though we conceded 3 from sloppy goals, even all 3 of their goals were from mistakes, really, weren't they? So all 6 goals. Somebody's just made that comment. All 6 goals were defensive mistakes.
Yeah, like I say, pre-season for me, I don't really care because I think the last time whoever won the Premier League, I think it was Chelsea a few years back. They lost every single one of their pre-seasons and won the league still. So for me, it's not about winning. I'm not going to say we're going to win.
Is that what you're saying then, Reader? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying it like that, but
Jono, did you hear the same thing then?
What?
Reedy says that if we lose all of them, if we don't win a pre-season game, we're going to win the league. That's what Reedy just said.
I don't know how many we won when we won the Premier League either way, but I'm saying
we didn't. We were terrible.
There was still a fact that you can still lose pre-season games because it's just getting back to full fitness, really.
What I'm frustrated at is.
Why can no one hear me, by the way?
You are a bit quiet, pal.
I'll have a look.
Go on, John.
After the Forest game, Brendan went on a massive hype of we need to rebuild. Everyone then assumed it was for players because Soyuncu, Tielemans, other players like that were hinted to go. Now it's a mental rebuild. And if it's a mental rebuild, you tell me how we're making the same mistakes as last season with the corners, with the sloppy defensive errors. I mean, I wouldn't be worried if it was like, we brought new signings in and it was a team rebuild. But if it's a mental rebuild, why are we making the same mistakes when it's 3 weeks until the beginning of the season?
Well, yeah, it's 21 days, Reedy, isn't it? Yeah, it's 21 days, Reedy, until the season starts. I know it's 46 days until the transfer window signs, but surely we ought to get people in before the season, not after 2 weeks of the season. Like Adam's just said, has Brendan run out of ideas? And has he got a love affair for Southampton?
No. I'm not panicking at all. I think last week me and Johnny was talking about the players not coming in right now isn't that big of a deal. Yes, it'd be better for them to come in before the season starts, but for me, it's still the case if you get people in. If you've returned the right players, I don't care when they come in. Like I say, Pepe for me, like everyone's saying, would be an absolute brilliant signing for that right wing that we've not replaced Mahrez for. Yes, he didn't do too well at Arsenal, but something like that for me is an absolute amazing signing.
It would be, but he hasn't done that good at Arsenal, though, has he? I think the weight was on his shoulders. What was it 60, 70 million? Was it? I think something like that. Inside for Arsenal,
yeah.
And now they want 15 million for him. I think something like that.
That's a bargain.
It is a bargain. It is a bargain. I'd say it's more of an upgrade than Lookman, or is that being controversial, Jono? Is Pepe more of an upgrade compared to Lookman for the same price?
I'll take Pepe because I feel that he is a good player, but he wasn't he didn't fit Arsenal's style. But I'll take Pepe because he's a tall player. He can have his moments of, like in the FA Cup final a few years ago, he was excellent. So again, it's just working with him, not trying to put him into a system. You got to work around him. You got to work with him.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Brendan, in his interview yesterday, was very guarded yesterday after the game. He's put one of the comments he made was he would not go to war with the hierarchy over a lack of activity. So, do you think he's had words with them who should be obeyed? Like top, and he says, "Well, whatever you can give me, I'm fine with that." Or do you think he's just trying to keep the peace, reader? Because he seems to have changed his mind, doesn't he? Because he said we're going to have a creep. Whatever he said after the Forest game, a refresh or rebuild. He did say that. And he never said anything about a mentality. He said we needed 5 or 6 players in.
Yeah.
I can't see that happening now, really, at all. Now he's gone back on it and saying it's a mentality thing. It's a club mentality. And we talked about this last week, didn't we, Reedy? And the DNA of the club.
It is, but I still... Again, yes, maybe there might be 5 or 6 players coming in now, but it might be because there is a reason behind the scenes. People are saying it's because Rodgers is just making excuses. I don't think it is. I think maybe we're waiting on the Yuri deal to go through. We're waiting for a few players to go out, but we're struggling. Like at the moment, we are struggling to get people out. It looks like.
See, Casey's just made Forest look more stronger than us at the minute. They've just made 7 decent signings.
But Fulham did that the year they came up with 100 million.
Yes,
and they absolutely flopped it.
Fulham made what 10 signings and they went straight back down instantly.
But
That's what I mean.
They've strengthened. Yeah, but the thing is, though, lads. Morning, Ross. How are you? We'll ask you this one because I've just said about Forest.
Yeah,
strengthening their squad. We've done nothing. We've done no business whatsoever, and these coming out with excuse after excuse. In my mind, they're excuses.
we just got to be patient, really. I've said on other shows that are happening. If we don't make a signing, we don't make a signing. It is what it is, And we've got a decent squad. Pre-season. Sometimes it's not always about fitness, getting back to fitness and all that. I didn't get a chance to watch much of the game yesterday because I was working, and from what I saw, it was crazy. But at the end of the day, I don't usually agree with Reedy, but I'll do well on this one. They can make as many signings for us as they want, but Fulham did it a few years ago.
That's what I mean.
They spent probably 5 times as more when we won the league and they went down. Queen's Park Rangers a few years ago when they came up with us, everyone was like, "Oh, QPR, all this money, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that." They went back down. They went down. So, end of the day, if we don't make a signing, we don't make a signing. We don't have to, just be patient. That's all it is. But the thing is, we're not patient enough. That's the problem. And even if we do make a signing, we're going to moan about it anyway. So we can't win.
Yeah, Ross. Casey said, fans are writing the season off already. And hold on, and looking and fearing a relegation battle. Right. Last year, by this time, we had signed Dakar, Sumer, Bertrand, unfortunately, and it was looking promising. We'd build it. No, Vestergaard was later on.
Yeah. He signed 4 days after.
So I'm just meaning about this time of we'd already signed 3 players, and the season was looking promising, even though it didn't turn out. We had something to look forward to, but we don't seem to have anything to look forward to. We've got the same squad we've had over the last 3 years. The squad has gone stagnant, in my mind. The fans have got nothing to look forward to. That pre-season is all about, who we're going to sign, what excitement, or what. Every day you're looking. Every day now you're looking, you're thinking, oh no, Leicester are not even mentioned. There's no memos about Leicester or anything whatsoever.
There's no massive links. Like instantly, Rafinha was with Barcelona. Instantly, it was Jesus going to Arsenal. Haaland going to Man City. Haaland went to Man City before the season even ended.
Yeah.
Saying don't say I want these players because I know it's not going to happen. However, we're the only club. Someone's mentioned we're the only club left not to make a signing in the Premier League.
And to be honest, I believe we do better when we don't make as many signings. I've said this before. The year we won the FA Cup, we only signed 3 players. Fofana, we signed Castagna. Because remember, when we first signed Castagna, everyone was like, "Who was this guy? Oh, who was this guy?" And everything. When we signed him,
but we signed him early doors, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, but our fans were still like, we haven't made a signing.
You've got to think though. You've got to think though as well though. Yes, it was an early signing, but I said to Jono last week that you wouldn't mind it if you brought in the right players on the last day of the window. For me, yes, it might be a bit too late for him to get a bit more involved into the squad and before the season does start. But even if it's one player that completely changes the team next season, gets
it's like-
15 to 20 goals, for
Yeah.
me, that's a complete different story. Like I don't mind waiting to the last day of the window if I need to.
It's hold on, John. It's like Faith has just said. We need to shake the squad up. Not quite sure whether what she actually means by the shake it up. Does she mean new in and outs or positionals or what? Faith, what we do need a shake up. We actually need something to happen because it is starting to stagnate. And I think you'll find more the longer it goes on, people will not backing Brendan, but will be struggling to back Brendan.
We need players to challenge positions. Tielemans looks like stagnant because there's no one to challenge for his position. He can play rubbish and know he'll play next week because there's no other player going to go, you know what, I'm going to challenge for your spot, Tielemans. But in centre back, we've got options in centre back. We've got options at forward because if Vardy doesn't perform, we've got Iheanacho or Daka, you know. But in midfield, if Tielemans plays rubbish, who's going to take over? No one.
Yeah.
So
Sean, hold on a minute, John. Sean, I sent you the link on a message. So if you're still in Belgium, Sean, click on the link and come and join. Go on, Jono.
But I also think that with signings last season, like Bertrand and Vestergaard, I don't want to make signings for the sake of it. I'd rather sign no one and then be a flop rather than, you know, sign players and just be an average player who plays occasionally.
Well, to be honest, Jono, Bertrand, in my mind, I thought was a decent player to sign as cover. And then when he played, he turned out to be absolutely pants.
Well, to be fair, the game against Man City in the Community Shield, that was his only good game he had.
The career he's had with Chelsea, Southampton, England as well. He played a couple of times for England as well, didn't he? He's had a decent career. So I thought he was going to be a decent player, but yeah, it turned out he's been pants this year. He's not been as good as I thought it was going to be. But like Paul, I agree with some of what Paul Sherwood says here. We have 27 players for a 25-man squad. We can't bring anyone in until we sell, and selling isn't easy. But my way of thinking, get the players in, then players that know they're on the borderline of being in the team or not will be thinking, oh, right, I'm not going to get much game time here. If I want to play football, I'm off.
Yeah.
That's my way of thinking. It's going to force them to go because they know they're going to be down the pecking list. Get the players in, then the others will go. That's how it works. It's not always the case of you have to sell before you buy.
And it will force players to play well because they're like, actually, I want to stay. I need to prove myself. It'll make players improve. You got to put a challenge. Like, for example, if you're in a work role, if you're just plowing along, no one's going to take over your position at work, you're just going to be the same. But if someone challenges your role, you'll improve.
Jono, hold on a minute. Morning, Sean. How are you, pal?
Morning, Jamie. How are you?
Good. What's it like in sunny Belgium then at the minute?
Oh, mate, absolutely. We're in a nice cafe bar with some of the lads. Just outside the station. Bit of a quiet day yesterday. We had a few sips, didn't we, guys? But yeah, we sort of enjoyed it. We had
you got freebies yesterday, didn't you?
Freebies all day. Yeah, we're joined by Mr. Walsh and Mr. Elliott at the ground, and we sort of looked after them. They helped us put us flag out on the hospitality veranda. Yeah, we had a really good day, mate. Don't ask me too much about the football because, like I say, it was hospitality and we did take advantage slightly.
How much money did you give Dennis Pratt to stay on?
That was a €20 note, mate. We were down in the square last night and I says, look, Dennis, that's all I've got at the minute. I says, we want you. He says, look, mate, and his exact words were, I want to play football. That's what I want to do. It's down to the manager. So that was his exact words. That was his exact words. Last night, yeah.
If only you took a video.
That photo looked like a deep sea diver more than a 20, pal.
No. I won't part with a lot of money, mate. You know that. that would probably just a deposit, mate. That would probably just a deposit.
In disguise.
Say again.
In disguise.
You're looking a bit like
literally just walked out. It was about 3 hours after the game had finished. He just walked past the bar with his brother, and like I say, we're quite happy to chat with us. And like I say, he didn't want to say too much, but he wants to play football. So yeah.
But surely there was 4 or 5 of your mates there, weren't there? Surely they could have chipped in 20 each and given a bit of a bonus and maybe
these don't pay for anything. We could have all chipped in and brought Dennis apparently with all our money, but no. Listen, we're all Colville, Whittick, and Augustgate lads, so we just we like to keep his money in his pockets.
Is there many Leicester fans there?
Anyway.
Yeah, he were buying Steve Walsh and Matty Elliott's beer all day. So we tried to tempt him out with us, but he knows Colville Daz very well, and I think he declined.
We ought to get them into keeping the defensive coach, don't you think, Sean?
Oh,
Walsh,
definitely. I think Walsh.
Elliott.
What's Torre doing? What's his role? Can anyone tell me that? You know, I think Walshy and Matty Elliott could do a better job than
just before you go,
those,
pal,
definitely.
what do you think of this situation on the signings? Because that's what we've just been talking about.
So what do we think about the situation on the signings?
Oh, you personally.
Me personally. What signings? What signings?
What I mean. What do you think going on?
Everybody else seems to be doing the business nice and early, and we're getting to that stage where if we leave it too late, we'll be another team that's going to get no decent players, and we'll finish up 12th, 14th in the league.
I asked this question last week, pal. Do you think if we don't make any signings, we'll compete in the league?
If we don't make any, if we don't, no. There needs to be a couple of Dakar yesterday, nothing. You know, Iheanacho when he can. We can't rely on Vardy. We need another goal scorer at the club. You look at the players that were there yesterday. If they're still going to be there, the likes of Yuri Tillemans and everybody. Yeah, the squad looked good. The team that started the second half, in my eyes, were far better than the team that started the first half. Yeah, there was Madison and Dewsbury all in the first half. So we have got a good squad of players. We just need some additions to it before it's too late.
Rightio.
And knowing what these guys, we also need to know what the guys are doing. What is Tillemans doing? What is Pratt going to be doing? You know, who is moving on?
You saw him live. He came on for the second half, the second hour of the game. What was Tillemans like when he was playing? What was his attitude like? Because we only watched it on TV. So you were there. I know you said you didn't really see much of it, but you must have noticed him, or didn't you notice him much?
Tillemans looked pretty. What we did notice is they did a real intense workout and a proper intense workout just before. But then after the intense workout, they went back and sat down for 20 minutes before they all came on. Surely they should have done that intense workout just before they went onto the pitch.
Yeah, you would have thought.
But
so.
They did look good, and they look pretty. I mean, we even said, the young lads as well. They look pretty good for that 30-minute game at the end.
That Baybrook looked pretty good as well when he came. I was a bit surprised Mark Albrighton, he only got 15 minutes towards the end, but that could be the case. He's going to be a super sub. Right then, Sean, we'll let you go, pal, and enjoy your last couple of beers in Belgium.
We will do.
Are you on the
catch up
Cafe Olay or whatever it's called over there?
Yeah, I'll catch up with you all soon, guys. Take care.
See you later, pal.
See you,
See you all, lads. There's Sean live from Belgium. If them three youngsters that came on, Ross, do you think they stand a chance, or it's just pre-season because not everyone's back yet?
I think we should give him a chance. You know, in the day we gave Luke Thomas a chance with in the 1920 season, even though we were trying to get in that top four, we gave him a chance, didn't we? We gave Dewsbury all a chance. He did a season-long loan in Luton at Luton in the Championship. He comes in, becomes like one of our young player of the seasons. You look at obviously years ago when we had Chilwell and stuff like that, we gave him a chance, and obviously what he's doing now. So I always think we should look down to the academy. I've said this loads of times in the past. Obviously we're saying about Rodgers was saying about Hurst going in pre-season to give him a chance of running. With some.
But I've had this conversation with you before, Ross. The only thing with Hurst, he's 23. He's going to take up a number on the squad because he's over the age. Is he that good to be in the squad? That is the thing.
He's not been given the opportunity. I know, obviously, he's went to Portsmouth and stuff like that, and but he's just not being given the chance. If he got given a chance, if he doesn't take it, if he got given a chance and he's not great, then at least we've said, we've given you a chance. Yeah. You're off, sling you up. Yeah. But we don't know that until we try. And obviously, I just think with signings, in a day, I think we do better when we don't make as many. You look when we won the league, we only signed a few. The year after, we signed so many players, and we did terrible. The year we won the FA Cup, we signed 2 players on a loan. Yeah. Where did we finish? 5th in the FA Cup. Last season, we signed Daka, Vestergaard, Bertrand,
Sumari.
That's 4. That's more signings, and yet we didn't do great. So we just got to be patient. But this is Leicester City fans. We're about as.
Ross, Casey's asking. This is Jono. I'll let you answer this one first. Will Brendan see the season out? let's think. How many of you think Brendan will see the season out if we have to negotiate most of the season with the current squad? Jono, what do you think?
That's a good question, to be fair.
A very good question by Casey, that is. And anyone put in the comments if you think that Rodgers will see the season out with this squad.
Yes.
Because me personally, it's a no. I don't think we're going to compete. I think he'll be gone. Somebody put the comment about he'll be gone before the World Cup. So, yeah.
I think that will be where it is. If we are not in a position where we can we'll not look good, I think he'll be gone for the World Cup, and then a new manager come in while the World Cup's on.
Yeah. See, I've always said Pochettino, and I got laughed at.
Do you know what I said that on Radio Fact? You know when we got battered by Forest, I said that about Poch, and everyone was like, "Why did you get Poch?" At the end of the day, he managed a team that's still not won a trophy in God knows how long.
Come on, Reedy's still thinking about his answer, Ross. Come on, Reedy.
I know exactly.
I'm not thinking about my answer. I know he's staying.
Last time Tottenham won a trophy, Reedy was about 4.
I know he's staying.
You think he's going to stay no matter if we're struggling or?
I know, honestly, the team we've got right now, without injuries based, we've got a good enough squad to easily compete in the top 8.
You're saying injuries, and Ian Miles has said exactly the same to you. We will compete with this squad if we stay fit.
Exactly.
Indeed, he got injured yesterday before training.
What does making a few signings make different? Because we're going to have a 25-man squad either way. It's just about
it gives new impetus into the squad. It makes it refresh, and do
you know what I believe though? I believe that even if we make signings, they're not going to be in the first team. You look at these last couple of years, bar Fofana
and Tillemans, him and Fofana. Since they won the league, him and Fofana are the only two that are first team starters.
Yeah, and Johnny Evans. I said them 3.
Yeah, but even he didn't make the team start, did he?
That's true. That's true. No, so Unchu first season he hardly got in. He hardly got a game.
Unchu hardly got a game the first year,
and then it was the second year when he shined.
The fridge was there, wasn't he?
So yeah, ask that question. How you think now since we won the league, bar Tillemans, Fofana?
He's not saying anything. He's hardly saying anything.
I swear you've paid him off. I tell you, really.
I think you have.
No, what I'm saying is the team we've got right now is capable of doing it for me. But you're saying yes, there's injuries, concerns, and all that. But every team's gonna have injuries. The year we won the league, the year we got 2 5th-place finishes, we had the same sort of team. We just didn't have as many injuries. That's why we had Ndidi out for most of the season last season. We had Vardy out for half the season last season. If we had these for half of what the injury was, we could have easily hit top 7 last season.
We finished 2 top 5s. Great, fantastic. Should have been top 4. But look at the so-called top 6. How they've upgraded their teams. Look at Man City. We're
never going to compete with them in the money-wise.
Since we've won the league, Man City have only kept one player, KDH. That's the only player they've got left from that squad. They've upgraded that squad.
I don't remember Kieran just playing for Man City.
De Bruyne, sorry. I've got Leicester players. You know who I meant.
I know.
But yeah, so I don't know. Everyone's upgraded, but we've still.
For me, it's not all about upgrading. It's like more like for me. If you're bringing a load of players in, this season, half of them might not work for the team anyway. But the team we've got now and the squad we've got kind of already has like that. I don't know, not a connection, but you're in a squad together.
Go on, John.
It's not changing, are they? You can't we got the same team, but what's not working was also the tactics. You can't say other teams we can work with this team, but not change the tactics. Because if the tactics don't change, it'll be the same as last season exactly.
So who was our first 6 games at season, and analyze it. So obviously Brentford first game up where.
We ain't got that much time, Ross.
Oh, okay.
I've got to go work in a minute. It's a bit late to start analysing every game we've got. But Ben said, sticking with this current squad, expect the same weak battling mentality week in, week out. It's the same as Spurs. The last couple of years, Spurs have been bottling it week in, week out.
They've made some proper signings.
Yeah, could we be the new Spurs? Bottling it all the time.
No.
Don't you think so?
Between us and Spurs is that they're expected to be there.
A lot of our fans are expecting us to be there, Ross.
Right
The
now,
expectations are far bigger since we won that league, and everyone.
I
seems to
get
think-
the point, but at the same time, we've got to be realistic about things. You know, I before I shoot in a set, but at the end of the day, we don't make a set. We've got. Imagine, remember a few years ago when the transfer window shut before the start. I believe that this should have kept that in my opinion, because
it would be
now
better.
we're going to have a lot of uns between now and 31st of August. I think it's when it shuts. I think if I remember correctly. Reading knows everything. Is it 31st of August? Yeah. So between now and the 31st of August, there's going to be a few unsettling players at every club, I think, but mainly I think with Tielemans of this situation. You know, because I would say, you know, if you're gonna go off news by that bloody Italian guy, then you're off your head because he talks more crap than Boris Johnson. So end of the day, when someone said, "Oh, this guy said it," people trust him more than the wives and girlfriends. Get real. It's like. You know, this
Ross,
guy said he was going to go to Chelsea and he's gone to
Ross,
Barca.
last question before you go, before I kick you out, because I'm going to finish in a minute. Where we're going to finish this year? Very quickly, what position?
I'm going to say 7th with a League Cup win.
7th with the League Cup win. Very confident.
I wouldn't mind taking the League Cup because then if Vardy wins that, if Leicester win that, then Vardy and Albrighton and Schmeichel have completed the whole set.
That's if they play.
Oh, of course they will.
All right, then, Ross, we shall speak to you later, pal.
In a bit, lads.
See you later, bud. Right. Reedy, before you go, where we're going to finish this year?
6th or 7th.
Ooh. So you're about the same as Ross then. Righto then,
6th
pal.
or 7th.
Yeah, 6th or 7th. We'll see you later. See you later, Mr. Shh. Jono, cheers for joining. Where we're going to finish then, pal?
I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to say 13th or 12th.
That's where I'm thinking. 11th, 12th, around that number. That's where I'm thinking as well.
Poor cup runs in 12th or 13th. That's what I'm
I won't
thinking.
mind a couple of cup runs, but we'll have to see
The
about that.
cup run will be poor.
Rightio, Jono. Right, cheers for joining me. Thanks a lot, mate. And we'll see you sometime through the week.
You will do.
See you later, Jono. Oh, congratulations on getting married a few weeks ago, Jono. I forgot to say that. Jono and his missus signed that bit of paper for tax reasons, I think. Congratulations, mate, and we'll speak to you through the week. Rightio, then, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Much appreciated. Getting up every morning. I love it. I love talking a load of rubbish about Leicester. So, cheers for joining me. So it's ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye. Top of the morning to you. See you later.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.